They were proper sword-wielding monks. They created havoc here in the 12th century. This is one of my favourite bits. There's a little track towards Sainte-Livrade. This Bastille town was set up in the times when this part of France was ruled by the British Crown. Yes, you heard me right. You're rolling through a sleepy village. You can go into little places easier than you could with a car. It was founded in 1853 and in those days changed hands more times than a dodgy eBay parcel. I bring to you Rich and Maria, A New Life in France. Another night.
Second one of the year.
Second one of the year.
And check out for the day. There's no time to waste when it's 100 degrees. Burns under my feet. Won't you have a drink with me?
Good morning from my home in Temple-sur-Lot, where the coffee is strong and the potholes in the lanes around me are deep enough to trap a small goat. Perfect, I thought, to test this beast, because we're going to take a ride to Villeneuve and pass some of my favourite little towns along the way. Yes, it's a sponsored video, but if it rattles my fillings loose or leaves me pushing it uphill like a man dragging a fridge through treacle, I'll tell you. Let's get these gates open. Hey. Out onto the open road. So first off, this little building you can see here on the right-hand side is the original train station for Fongrave. And it's quite interesting really, because those of you that watch the series know that Fongrave is across the river from us. So basically they used to take a little boat from our house across the river to Fongrave. This of course is the old railway line. Bonjour. And now it's been turned into a cycle track. People like him, bonjour, and dog walkers alike. It's a shame the two don't mix, isn't it? But this cycle track runs for miles and miles and miles. Because it was the old railway line, it connects a lot of the old towns and villages together. So it's just such a fantastic asset. I'm actually going uphill effortlessly. Probably doesn't look like much of a hill, but if I was on a normal bike, I'd be puffing right now. Oh, what have we got here? This is a fun obstacle. I think we can get past this. And that's where the chunky tyres come in. That was a breeze. That's why it's worth having an off-road bike. This little stretch runs past the River Lot. It's absolutely beautiful. They've recently spent a lot of money here redeveloping this area. Welcome to Temple-sur-Lot. But don't be fooled by this sleepy riverside town. It wasn't like that many moons ago. This commandery was built by the Knights Templar, and they were proper sword-wielding monks. They created havoc here in the 12th century. It sat on an old trading route between Agen and Cahors. Boats, merchants and monks drifting through centuries. First came the Templars, then the Hospitaliers, each leaving their mark in stone. How times change. These days, the only crusades are on a Sunday morning when you're trying to get a table at my favourite little bar, the Bar Vivel, just over there. Such a shame. No time to stop for a beer. I will get one later. The village feels calm today, but it's carried a lot of history on its shoulders. In World War I, it lost men whose names now stand quietly by the church. This is a lovely little restaurant, La Commanderie. We do send a lot of guests here. And just over here, but it's not a place for bikes, so I'll show you these pictures instead, is Latour-Marliac. It draws thousands and thousands of visitors every year to this little town. This water lily nursery supplied Claude Monet himself. Those lilies ended up in Giverny and became some of the most famous paintings in the world. It's time to move on. Places to go and things to see. Well, I'm glad it's not just me on the wrong side of the road occasionally. This is one of my favourite bits. This little track towards Sainte-Livrade is lovely. It's wooded, it's covered in the shade. This is one of my favourite little towns. It's only a 10-minute cycle from home, and yes, it's slightly run down in places, but it comes alive on Friday on market day. It gives you one of the best markets in the region. But this 13th century Bastille town was set up in the times when this part of France was ruled by the British Crown. Yes, you heard me right. Sainte-Livrade was founded in the 13th century as a bastide. It was a carefully planned town built for commerce and protection. Its broad square, arcaded walkways and imposing church speak of a prosperous past. Centuries on, the stone still holds that sense of quiet grandeur. A town shaped by time, not forgotten by it. Blame Eleanor of Aquitaine. She married into the English royal family, and half of France came with her briefly. She probably regretted that instantly. With legacies of royal marriages and shifting alliances, towns like Sainte-Livrade were shaped by that influence, caught between kingdoms and quietly holding their ground. I'm out on the open road now, and these 26 by 4-inch tyres are doing exactly what you'd hope. They're smoothing out the rough bits, like a lilo floating down the River Lot. I've got the suspension locked out for the moment. On the smooth stuff, it helps save power. It feels stable though, not like some of those twitchy featherweights that think they're Tour de France contenders. That's one thing I'm certainly not. But I will say this, it's got me out on a bike. I'm a novice cyclist and I don't think I'd take on a trip like this on a normal bike, but actually I've quite enjoyed being under my own power for elements just to sort of burn a few of those calories, but at least I've got the option to do that. This is Casseneuil. I normally come to it by boat, but it really is a hidden little gem. This is where the rear suspension starts earning its keep. The streets here were clearly last resurfaced during the 100 Years' War, and yet I'm gliding along like a man on a very padded armchair. What is so lovely on a bike, on a hot day, is the ability to just cruise around gently and take in some of the fantastic buildings that we've got here. I mean, they just really are picture postcard perfect. If you ever wanted to live in a little picture postcard, this would be the place to do it. One thing that's really nice is the ability on a bike to just take it easy. It's almost like strolling through a sleepy village, but you're rolling through a sleepy village. You can go into little places easier than you could with a car. Let's have a look at this. Ah, now this is the old theatre. This seems like a lovely place to stop. What a place for a picnic! And that's another thing, just whilst on the subject of stopping. Hitway didn't just provide a bike. When you buy it, you get a fantastic little toolkit. It's like a pocket toolkit with everything in it. A bicycle pump, front and rear lights. They're all extras technically, but they all come with the bike. But one of my favourite things, and I know it's really simple, is you get a padlock with a nifty little place to lock it into. Look at that. That all comes with the bike. How cool is that? And you just slot it back into place and hey presto, nicely stored. It also comes with this removable battery with a key so you can lock it, of course, but that's really handy because you can just take the battery out and charge it anywhere, so you don't have to wheel a bike inside your home to charge it. I always recommend though, if you can, charge them in a garage or outside of the house, because lithium can be a little dangerous at times. This really is a magical little part of France. That's the River Lot behind me, and just 200 yards away you can rent kayaks and boats, and there's a lovely restaurant actually on the river called The Quay. Casseneuil's Théâtre de Verdure was built around 1915 on the site of an old mill. It hosted cafe concerts and summer performances through to the 1960s. And what a fantastic stage it must have been. This time, ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you Rich and Maria, A New Life in France, on YouTube, on a very small screen near you. Casseneuil's core dates from the 1100s. Its timbered houses and medieval walls still standing proudly. What a beautiful sound. It's time to move on. Next stop, Villeneuve-sur-Lot. And yes, it's got 7 Shimano gears. Japanese engineering, smooth and fuss-free. This is it. Villeneuve-sur-Lot. Let's go and explore. The 48-volt, 16 amp-hour battery is still pretty full, which in technical terms means it's got more juice than a small vineyard. And this is Villeneuve-sur-Lot, the big cheese in this part of the valley. It was founded in 1853 and in those days changed hands more times than a dodgy eBay parcel. It was no accident. Villeneuve's location on the lot made it strategically crucial. During the 100 Years' War, both English and French forces fought to control it, leading to repeated sieges and occupations. Its walls held, but the town changed hands again and again. Despite the turmoil, Villeneuve prospered. Its fertile lands, bustling markets and river trade brought lasting wealth. Still visible today in the arcades, bridges and grand stone facades. I've had guests that have come here and said, oh, I don't rate Villeneuve, it's very closed down. And yes, there are shops that are closed, like this one I'm passing right at the moment. But I've seen it change. I've seen it change over the last 2 years. It's coming back to life. It was badly impacted by COVID and an even tougher time when they opened 2 big commercial parks that exist on the roads that lead into the town. But what you've got to do is just take your time, wander around, and you'll find that you fall in love with this town. Take your time and look up, and just look up at some of these beautiful old buildings. This town is worth coming to for its restaurants. Its food is fantastic, I have to say. So the BK9s, what's the verdict? Well, it's not light, 32 kilograms with the battery, but that's because it's got the frame of a steel rhino and tyres wide enough to park a Fiat Panda on. The dual suspension is more than just for show. It actually makes a difference. Even on cobbles and gravel, it's like riding a sofa with handlebars on. The motor doesn't take over. It nudges you forward gently like a friendly ghost. You're still cycling, but you're not suffering, which frankly for me is ideal. So yes, it's a sponsored video, but it's also a bike I will happily keep. It's not for carrying up to the 3rd floor flat, but for countryside meandering and cafe stops like this, it's glorious. Thanks to Hitway for the bike and to you for coming along. If you fancy this beast, please enter the discount code MR30 to get €30 off. As always, the opinion's mine, the route was real, and the beer I'm about to drink is extremely well earned. Cheers.
Maria and Richard, sous le soleil, a brand new life, a slow.
It's 7 o'clock. We got here early, grabbed our table. May the party commence.
Peace by the river under a clear blue sky. Life in the lot, the net I see. Stories and sunsets, do it jolly.
What do you think so far?
Fantastic, cheers.
Living it slow and living it right.
Another night.
Second one of the year.
Second one of the year. What have we got here?
Crepes.
Creperie.
Yeah.
sorbet.
Yeah,
These are beautiful, aren't they?
aren't they? I don't know. Apple
And pomme chocolat.
Pomme chocolat.
La pomme.
Pomme.
La tortade. It must be Natalie. Is that behind it?
Oh, they have got ice cream.
Ice cream.
Ice
Yeah.
cream, ice cream.
Ice cream. And
Poulet?
poulet. We've never done a rotisserie chicken, have we?
Yes, I have.
Have you?
Yeah, I like the chicken.
What was it like?
It's really good. So you have to make sure you don't get the leg and you get the breast.
Ah.
I don't like the sliced because that's a bit garlicky. So,
And then this is my favourite place of all. This is the butcher van. And he literally comes every week. In fact, I think he does a couple of these markets, but just look
I'm
at all
sure.
this produce here. That big one there is entrecôte, and at the other end it's a fillet. See the size of it?
yeah.
He's got lamb, sausages, steak.
Oh, what's this one?
Ferme de coffre. Ferme de coffre.
Oh, that looks good.
Oh, canard.
Yeah.
Oh, it's duck. Duck pate.
That looks really good. Salad
De crochet.
one
De
of those
cuit de
salads,
canard. Magret. Magret is duck. And it's all fried away. Look at that. Look, that looks like crispy duck, doesn't
That
it?
looks amazing. It won't be crispy, this is France. It'll be bordering on getting it back to life.
This is a sausage shop. Oh, and lamb. It's a lamb chop shop.
Yeah, look, lamb.
Everything grilling away.
Perfect.
A grillade.
And what's this? This is the bruschetta. Come.
What kind of cheese is that?
Goat's cheese. Oh, no, Rond.
What's Rond?
I don't know. I think it might be sheep's cheese. Oh, look at this.
Yeah. They do
Veggie.
a vegan burger here for those vegans amongst you.
Well, it's a veggie burger. So
Well, it says, oh, burger veggie. Yes. Sorry, I take that back. It's just a veggie burger. But look at this dish here. It looks
Wow.
amazing, doesn't it?
That's amazing.
Wow. It smells fantastic. Let's see.
We're fading, so hazy. I'm changing into another. It's crazy, I know. Just chase me and I'll show. You'll find me in love with no other. I belong to you. Like the moon follows the sunset. I belong to you and no other. I belong to you. I knew it from the first day. Don't want to do if it changed for another. You're shaking, don't know why. So I lay and ease your mind.
What an atmosphere! Fongrave delivers again. It's just such an incredible experience. I mean, it's the family thing that gets me. There are grandparents dancing with their grandchildren. It's just fantastic. It's an event for all ages, and it's wonderful.
If it changed for another.
And they're setting up a firework display in the middle of the river. That's going to be spectacular. But for now, I thought our little house, look at that, with its twinkly little lights, and the moon rising behind it, was the perfect time to say, that's it, that's your lot. Till the next time, goodbye.